Hey guys, Troy at Mountain Man Treasure sat down to put together a what sold over the weekend video. Realized I've got no intro. So, here's an intro.
It is Friday and we've had some cool sales to talk about today. I only have time right now actually to do one of them because it sold overnight. I've got to pack it up and get it to the post office. It's got to go out today. So we're going to look at that. I'll make a run to the post office, and then at some point, a little bit later, we will look at the other things that sold today. We're going to do a what sold over the weekend video. So we're going to have a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, so this is what we sold overnight. Status Pro Baseball. This is a Sports Illustrated thing. The covers all look different, but there are different years of Status Pro, so keep an eye out for this thing. I found this in a estate sale. They were asking $15 for it, but I went on the last little bit, so everything was half off, and so I got it for half off of that $15. Sold it overnight for $75 plus shipping, so he is just under $100 all in. This thing is really very cool for baseball people. You know, me, it's not a thing, but it's all about stats, right? This is all about tracking an entire season worth of stats. Let me show you what's inside of this thing. There are inside of this thing all sorts of cards. It's showing you Bob Shirley, 1985 American League. It's showing you all of his stats, right? And there's actually some big names in this set. This is very cool. And underneath all of this, some of these are actually, I guess for games they call them unpunched. I don't know. This is a game, I suppose. So these would be unpunched. That's why I called them in the listing. There's still some cards in here. You see, a whole bunch of them were never even punched out. So this is not a new game, but if you find stuff that is unpunched, you can tell that it was probably hardly used. But keep an eye out for this thing because many years sell very, very well. And I had people looking at this thing right away. And actually the person that bought it, brand new account. So that tells me that they probably created the account specifically to buy this because there's not many of them out there. So they found it on a Google search or whatever and then created an account to make this purchase. So they first came in with $50. I had it listed at $89. They came in at $50 and we bounced back and forth. I could tell they obviously wanted it. So they came in, they hit $70 after I gave them $80. And I was pretty confident and went to $75 and they took it. So really good sale. So first up on our Friday sales, the smallest of the sales, Power Rangers Galaxy. This one not fantastic, $7.27 free shipping. Free shipping though is media mail, so it's going to go $2.75, and we're going to make a couple bucks. No big deal. I was in on this for a quarter, part of a bulk buy. Would have put it in a lot, but saw they actually sell really pretty quickly on their own, and it did. I mean, it lasted about a week, so probably about $3-4 in our pocket. Not a bad deal. Next up, a pretty cool sale. This an old Ertl Dick Tracy car. Ertl, of course, has their name on all sorts of collectible vehicles. This one I grabbed at a garage sale. Threw it in a whole bundle of stuff. I bet we're about 50 cents into this is all. It's pretty cool. The package is beat up, but these cars are actually fairly hard to find. So I've had watchers on a couple others. I have some others that the packages are in worse condition. So we'll see. I mean, not a huge sale. $10.21 out the door. So again, we'll make a little bit more on this one. We're gonna make probably $6 or something like that. Best sale of the day. This thing is fantastic. This I actually owe some credit to Dominic over at the Primetime Treasure Hunter. He's the one that was talking about music books sometimes being worth something. And this one from Boston, I actually went into a Goodwill store shortly after having watched one of his videos talking about that, and thought, you know what, I'm going to look and see what they have. And I found this one. This is a fantastic album, actually, if you haven't heard the album. But this book, generally they just have learn to play books over there, so there's not a whole lot. But if you can find these song books, this is a guitar tablature book. If you can find these for the big names, Van Halen, anything like that, you might be in some money here. So this book I picked up for $1.49, and I don't know. What do you think? What do you think it went for? What does an old beat up book that'll teach you how to play like Boston, I think, goes for? I don't know what the rest of them go for. This one went for $49.77. Free shipping, but I mean, it doesn't weigh anything, right? So we're $1.50 in. We're going to pay a couple bucks shipping and fees. I mean, we're going to make about $40 probably on an old songbook. It did take a couple months to sell, but takes up no room, and now it's going out for almost $50. Okay, guys, here is our stack. We've got a pretty good pile of stuff to send out tonight. So let's get going. It is Sunday night, and so far we've got 15 things from the weekend that need to go out. Actually waiting on payment for one other, just sent out a payment reminder, and hopefully that comes through. That'd make 16. So pretty good weekend. Let's go over what we sold. Just tonight took an offer on this. I had it up for $14.97 free shipping. They sent me an offer of $12, and I took it. Life is tough enough being a Jets fan, so I'll cut them a deal, right? I'm in about $1.50 on a whole mess of hats. So even with free shipping, we're going to profit on this one. So I love hats. They're easy sales. They're easy to post, easy to ship, and you make a couple bucks. And they're steady. There's no season. Hats sell all the time. So this one going out the door. Another hat going out the door, this Vortex. They sent me an offer of $10. I had it up for $12. And again, I took it. I'm actually only about a quarter into this one. So this one going out the door, and we'll make a couple bucks. Okay, this came out of the box I keep talking about. We are consistently selling through these things. That $12 estate sale box, we already sold the other Warcraft big box game out of that for $35. This one, Warcraft 2, and the expansion set, and the original manual, and one piece of original paperwork. Unfortunately, didn't have the box with it, which would have made it much more valuable. But still, this went out for $29.97. Free shipping, but it's going to go first class, so we're going to easily clear $22, $23 on this thing after fees, after shipping. So really good deal. This one, Media, a set of 3 CDs. They didn't sell super well individually, but a fairly popular band, the Vandals. They're a British import, and so I lotted them up, the 3 of them together. These have been on there for a while. These have been a couple months, but CDs do sell if you find the right ones. This one took an offer for $19.99. I think I had it up for $22 or $23, something like that, but have long since paid off. These the batch that I got these with, so $20 plus they're paying media mail shipping, so they're in it for about $23. So again, good sale. Little guy here, but this was free. I had a coupon for $5 at Big Lots. Went in, and 3 of the things I got were these Batman cars. I actually thought they'd be worth more when I got them. Not worth a ton. I put them at the lower end just to move them, and this was the last one to move. So $6 free shipping, but again, I got it for free, so we're going to net a couple of bucks. We are running out of battery on this thing, so we're going to see if we can get through this. Sold a movie, 8 Seconds. Luke Perry, fantastic movie. Took an offer of $12 on this. I think I had it up for 14 and change. So it'll go up medium mail. Only paid $1 for it. So again, not bad. DVDs, just like Hats, super easy to list, super easy to ship. Out of the estate sale $12 box, another one. This one going out the door for, I think it's $11.97. Again, free shipping, but we're cents into this thing, and so again, not a super high value in terms of dollar amount, but fantastic return on investment. So another movie going out the door. Okay, this guy picked up last weekend in Butte, Nutcracker. Unfortunately, the box it was in was trashed, so we posted it without the box, selling it without the box. But this from 2003, and I picked it up because it checked a lot of boxes. It was only $3. Without the box, there are a couple others online right now. There's 2 others, I think. Not great pictures. I posted mine a little less than theirs and took really good pictures. And it sold for full asking price, $24.97 plus priority shipping. So even without the box, this thing went and we made a good profit. Okay, Journey, one of the greatest American rock bands. This is a pretty good one. I picked this up for $1 at Goodwill. There are some new ones that they look like they sell pretty regular on eBay for right about $20. This one's in great condition, so I put it up there for $14.97, and it sold full price. It actually lasted about a day, 2 days. It moved very, very quickly. So $14.97. It'll go super light, so we're going to make pretty good money on this one. Picked this up a couple months ago. This is a vintage game. It's one of those deals where you move the little steel ball around the maze, and it unlocks some sort of gate or whatever at the end, if you can get it to the end. It's a birthday thing. You put money in it, and the person has to get the ball through the maze to get the money. So, vintage game. It lasted quite a while. It was several months, but I was in it for a quarter, so not bad, and it sold for $14.97. Okay, these retail arbitrage find. These 2-packs sell very well overseas. I actually picked them up thinking they were going to be a Christmas thing here. Every time I pick up this El Toro Loco, it goes overseas. Every single time. It goes to Britain, it goes to Germany. I've sent some to France. I've done really well on these things. $34.96 Great British pounds. That includes shipping. So we're going to clear about $15 on this. So pretty good. Then the last one. We've got these 3 pops here. Got a message from a guy in Germany. Initially turned down an offer for Captain America. He is the Walmart exclusive. Exclusive pops sell very well overseas because they often can't get them over there. Turned down an offer for this, or countered him actually, and then he wrote back and said, "Hey, I'm actually interested in the Walmart Thanos and the Cull Obsidian. It's a Walgreens exclusive. What would you do for all 3 of them?" And so tallied them up, and I had them listed. They would have been about $48, $49 if they each sold individually. If they sold in the States, I think other than this guy, because he's heavier, he's about 12 ounces, but these 2, they're free shipping. So I'm actually taking some out of what I would make if I sold them in the States. So added them up, it was like $48. I told him, you know what, I'll go down to 40 plus shipping. I should be able to get these out at about a 2-pound rate, so I charged him $60 for all 3 of these, and he took the deal. So these are going to Germany.
Okay, that's what sold over the weekend, minus one thing, and it must be Monday because I erased that video clip. But we sold, I think it was about a 13-inch tall vintage Santa Claus. It was a felt Santa with the plastic face on there. It had the boots, everything. Admittedly, a little bit creepy looking. My daughter's very glad that Santa is out of the house. But made in Japan, very cool. Keep an eye out for those. You'll see the elves much more often, and they do sell, especially if you have them in lots and sell a couple of them at the same time. Those sell pretty well. So keep an eye out for those made in Japan. They're very identifiable. Once you see them once, you're going to know when you see them again. But have sold a couple of the vintage Japanese dolls now in the last month or so, and they sell pretty well. Santa sold for $34.97, so really good sale to cap off a very strong weekend. After a couple of slow weekends for us, it was a good rebound. So that's what we've got for what sold over the weekend. Something else sold overnight, and 3 more things have sold so far today. So pretty good Monday following a strong weekend. We'll go over the things that sold today and the next couple of days a little bit later on in the week. But for now, that's what we got. We'll see you here next time.